off the high of college graduation suddenly brings with it some serious responsibilities. The job search begins, for starters, and the transition from college to career isn't always an easy one. Today, we hand the mic over to an expert to share job search strategies for your grad. New York City-based career coach and former UVU career counselor, Meg Radunich, is joining us. Great to see you, my friend.
Thanks for us.
This is a big topic, I know, for a lot of young adults watching, a lot of parents watching who may be concerned about their young adults.
Sure.
You actually say the transition from college to career can make that first job seem a little bit more challenging.
Definitely, because no one teaches you how to get a job in college, really. It's not taught in the classroom, and career services is opt-in. So if students don't take advantage of it, they may get a little lost after graduation when it's time to get a job.
Let's start at a transitional point, the internship. I think colleges are great, I have to say, about guiding students toward those internship opportunities. But then there's that question of then what? I'm an intern. Maybe I do want to be employed full-time by this company eventually. What's your advice to the student in that situation?
My advice to the student is to be proactive. So if the supervisor hasn't already brought up the future, it's up to that student to set up a face-to-face meeting to discuss what now.
At what point do you approach that?
I would approach it at the very end of the internship. Once the student has proved that they can add value, that they are an asset to the team, they should be having a one-on-one conversation with their supervisor to advocate for themselves and why they should stay at the company.
I think timing could be key, though, as you pointed out, so toward the end of the internship, but before it's over.
Exactly.
Set up the interview, that conversation before it's concluded.
And it's got to be face-to-face.
Yeah.
I know a lot of young people feel a little more comfortable behind the keyboard, but you lose the power to negotiate and really go to bat for yourself.
You say it's important to get clear on your brand. And we talk a lot about brand in this industry, in the workforce at large, but to young adults, that could be a new word. Your personal brand, why does that matter?
Yes, it might sound a little funny, but I would encourage job seekers to think of themselves almost like a product, and you are marketing yourself to industry professionals to tell them, why you would make their lives easier, right? And so it's really important that you know what you bring to the table. And with students and clients, I sit down with them with a piece of paper and I ask them to write down the 5 skills that they think that they have, or the 5 qualities that they want an industry professional to associate with them. And then we brainstorm ways that they can embody those words through their body language, in the way, even the way that they craft an email with a formal send-off and a greeting. All of those things communicate professionalism. And it's really important for college students to start thinking about it.
I like the idea of a punch list of singular words that will guide and shape your approach to job search. We can't talk about a job search without bringing up the word networking, and you and I have talked about this. I don't love that word and how it's currently defined for these millennials, for these young adults, but you want to reframe that, which I appreciate, in the vein of relationships. Do these kids entering the workforce know how to form real relationships out from behind the screen?
I know exactly what you're saying. The word networking is intimidating, so I would encourage young people to instead just think of it as making friends, right, and building relationships. And there are even apps that they can go on. There's one called Shaper that I personally love. I'm on it, and you can find a mentor on there. You can look for jobs. There are recruiters who are actively searching for new talent on there. Get on Shaper, get on social media, because a lot of jobs come out of the hidden job market. These are jobs that aren't posted online. They just grow out of organic conversation with other people.
You want people to be clear about what they're looking for, those self-expectations as far as salaries and job definitions. I want to pin you down on this point, though, because it's a hard one to swallow. You want these kids to get comfortable with rejection.
Yes, this is the piece of advice that no one puts in the commencement speech, but you have to get clear with, or you have to get okay with being rejected, because it's all part of the job search strategy.
It's kind of an ouch just to hear you say it, like a flinch.
I know, and it's not personal. It's all part of this process of becoming more tenacious and learning how to persevere. It's not personal because you're not going to be the right fit for every position.
Great advice. Where can people go for more advice like this?
I have a website, megradunich.com, with more advice.
We'll link you over from our website to make it easy. Great to see you. Great to have you.
Thank you.